All right, looking to take a short in gold over here. The trigger price is a short at 1866. 1866. So it triggered earlier during Globex, London Open, and now it's coming back to the trigger. So if it breaks the trigger, the other trader is going to take a short. All right, so here is the short in gold. Gold targeting 10 ticks, $100 per contract. As I said, they did it earlier during Globex, but this is the first attempt at it since I set up the computer. So just gonna let this trade go. So here last night I posted a buy at 77, 377. Came right to it, but the other trader could not take a long trade as price had red bars coming out. So unfortunately, at least so far, I missed that trade. But no, it's still early. They should dig into it some, and I should be able to get my long here. Here's 77 tested again. Let's see if they can come a little bit lower so I could be triggered in as price comes out of the box. It needs to come lower. Gotta be patient. Patience always pays off. Now price is definitely inside the box. So now I need it to come out with blue bars. And then the other trader is gonna take a long trade. Here is the long, again targeting 5 points in the NASDAQ. All right, so the NASDAQ with some negative slippage, unfortunately, as price came right down after hitting the target. So got some negative slippage here. That's okay. As always, of course, this is a live funded account. And let's see if I can get anything else. Well, unfortunately missed that completion of this gold trade. It took a long time, but gold also completed its target. Now, gold had really no slippage whatsoever, so that's good. So far I have NASDAQ and gold. Gonna keep on hunting. Again, same exact funded account. Right, so this trade, if it happens, will not count as part of the alerts trade. This is a different account than the one I'm showing for the alerts trade. What this is a way for us to get in a trade. If the trigger already took place, we know we are, since the long trigger triggered in the NASDAQ at 377, we know we are in a bullish situation. The market is in a stronger position. So in this way, we have different ways of getting in, and here is a quick win here. We have different ways of getting in on the long side if the long trigger already triggered, or the market retests a long trigger. The point is, if we are closer to the long trigger or beyond the long trigger, the market is in a bullish position and we want to take longs only. If we were below the halfway point between the long and the short trigger, or even below the short trigger, then only shorts would be enabled on this template. So this is still something we are working on. We're trying to see if there is a way to get into trades if, for example, you missed the trigger long in this case. Now, I did not, but maybe someone did. But then, it's not simply put the auto trader on long and leave. Again, you got to be selective. In that case, you would have to look for a pullback like what we see here, a nice long pullback. Then you can enable the long side and the auto trader would take a long trade for you. There are also manual ways of getting in, so the group members know about a manual way of getting in. Again, if you favor longs only or shorts only, based on where price is in relation to the triggers. All right, trade recap for Monday the 13th. So again, sorry about that. What you're seeing here is the same account that I started to show as of February 1st. And this account only takes the trade alerts that I put out every evening to be traded the following day. I always miss a lot. Today I only caught 3 out of the 7 instruments, although to be fair, as of right now, at least, am not trading the euro at all. That's more for the traders who like the euro, and I'm getting some great feedback, by the way, just how great the euro is. I think one trader today said the euro was today 7 for 7, meaning that very often, most of the time, I should say, the triggers trigger more than once. So the buy price or the sell price trigger more than once in a session, and today apparently the euro was 7 for 7, meaning it hit the trigger 7 times and then hit the target, which is always $100 or so per contract. So apparently the euro is doing well, and someday I might trade it. For now, though, I'm only trading the other 6 over here. But even out of the other 6, I was only able to catch 3. So that represents over here 3 trades, and I got some negative slippage. But overall, this account that started at 161,540, I believe, so up about $3,300, a bit over $3,300. And realistically speaking, I think by the time the month is over, it's kind of a short month, but still, I think by the time the month is over, it should hit 6,000 in profit. Again, I am missing a lot of the alerts, and this total does not represent the potentially what is possible with these alerts. Also, a reminder, the way I trade this is I only trade the actual alert, meaning group members know how to get in early or how to participate in a continuation trade. That's not what I'm doing with this account. This account only trades the actual buy and sell trigger. And if I can't catch it, I can't catch it. I'm not putting any other trades in this account. And it only trades one contract targeting $100 per instrument. So today I caught 3 trades, got some negative slippage. This is the total. This is the total for the account so far. Let's look at the alerts. Okay, so last night, a bit after 7 p.m., I posted the NASDAQ, a buy at 12,377. So first triggered during the London Open, but here was what happened during the US Open. Price comes in and price comes out and never looked back. So from 377. Right now we are at 550, and the high was 566. So close to 200 points of potential profit. And of course, I always say, grab your 5 points. And very often I'm asked why every time I leave so much money on the table. And the answer is, well, as you become, let's say, a more sophisticated trader, you would be able to hold positions or enter in a number of times. As a matter of fact, later on, I'm going to show one of our traders just qualified for a $150,000 account. Congratulations. He did that. I think he started when he first joined this group. So he did this in 2 months or less. Absolutely amazing. But I can't assume that every trader in the group has such skills. I'm going to much rather assume everyone is either starting out or maybe struggling. And I say grab your 5 points, because you never know when price hits the trigger how many points it's going to go. Today it went 200 points. Other days it might only go 10. So I say get your 5 points. The S&P was one of the markets I could not catch today because last night I posted a buy at 4,097, and that triggered at 2 o'clock in the morning. I was not awake at 2 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, it just triggered and never looked back. Now trading at 41.43. So close to 50 points available. And of course, in the S&P, we are only looking for 2 points. Oil was another market I did not trade today. Oil was a buy at 79.60. So the reason I did not trade it, let me show you, triggered at around 7 a.m. and I was not ready. I did not take this trade. I activated it once price broke down again. I was hoping that this move up would get me in and get me my target. However, they just came shy. There was no trade. And then at some point here, I just disabled it. Again, I just don't like to trade as it gets closer to 11 o'clock. And here's an example why, right? A bit after 11, price triggers long and then just falls apart. So this is a losing trade. But even if this is a losing trade, you make it up here. Triggers once, comes back, and then look at this beautiful long. Just comes to the trigger, goes a few ticks below, and comes right out. This is as small of a risk as you can possibly have. Just a beautiful, beautiful trigger long, and then just leaves. So definitely, even if I did trade, I would have taken a loss here and would have more than made it up and hit my target on a follow through over here. Okay, the Dow was along at 33,907, triggered during Globex. I did not get this one, but I was able to catch this move right at 930, breaks through the trigger up, and just like the S&P, never looks back. Plenty available on the Dow today, but we are looking for 20 ticks on the Dow. So the euro was long at 71.45, 1.07145. So again, I am not trading the euro, not yet. I probably will be soon. But I think this is what the trader was talking about when he said that the euro triggered a number of times, hitting $100 targets. I think he said 7 times. So I'm going to take his word for it because I did not trade it. But yeah, like after 9:30, you can see a number of times going through, coming back, going through, coming back, and then finally hitting and going substantially higher. So the euro, again, I keep on saying, looks like an interesting market. I'm going to continue to post levels for this market and see how it does. A lot of traders really like it. Let me show you some comments actually from the traders, and and some of the accomplishments, because some of the traders today with these alerts did better than I did. So hold on. So this is when the trader says the euro is 747, just apparently doing really, really well. Let me show you another amazing screenshot, actually. So this trader hit all 6 markets, I think, and he said that. Let's see what he says. Yeah, that within 6 minutes, he made like $390. Very, very impressive. Goes to show you, once you really get the understanding of these triggers, there's a lot you can do, especially if you're using automation. Again, it just helps you. It's not necessary for this community, but it does help. Also, as I mentioned, we're just working on kind of continuation or early trade. So this is an example of a continuation trade. So the trigger, if you remember, for the Nasdaq was 377. We already left 377, but there was this pullback, and then price goes bullish again, and that's when you set up the auto trader to take longs only. And this is an example of that. So even if you miss a trigger, there is a way. Once you stay with us a while and you learn about it, I have videos on that in the member area. You learn how to take these trades that even if you miss the trigger, you can still participate in the market move. And this is a screenshot from a trader. He emailed it to me this morning. As of this morning, after the trade alerts, he passed his $150,000 evaluation. As you know, it is a $9,000 profit goal for that evaluation, and he passed it over here. This is not the first account he passed. He has a number of accounts. I think all the other ones are $50,000 accounts. He has a number of them, and he already passed a number of them since he joined this community. So congratulations, just excellent, excellent work. Something like this requires a lot of, obviously, knowledge and discipline. This is not easy, and just excellent work. Yeah, so if you want to, you can join our community. My email is in the description. The website is in the description. We have a number of traders. As far as I know, for last week, when I asked, all of the traders who responded said they had a positive week. So we are well on our way of achieving the goal of having 100% successful traders in a community. Thank you, guys.